We're live now on all streaming sites. Cool.
Oh, we are live. Okay. Are we? Yeah, we are. All right,
yeah,
cool.
I just had to do it. That's why. It didn't want you to do it. It wanted me to do it so we can get going on Instagram for the first time ever. Live. Cool. Now, I don't know. I can't repost this to my story, which kind of sucks, but it's all good.
It's okay. We're live. People are watching. We're trying to distinguish right now.
Yeah, we're figuring this out. We got some new updates coming.
How do I mute it on?
You want to mute yourself?
I need front.
Oh boy, the old person here is having some tech issues, guys. Give him a second. He's got to figure it out.
Maybe exit out of it.
What? What do you want to exit out of? Bro, you're breaking up so bad.
All right, hold on.
You don't want it on Instagram?
No, I do. It's just hold on. This tab is playing audio.
All right, guys, what's going on? I'm Ace. The idiot on my left is JPeeps. He's having some tech issues. Give him a second. He's too busy partying that FAMU won the Celebration Bowl. So, yeah, he's going to figure that out in the background. I'm going to do the intro tonight. So, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Run and Gun Podcast, Season 7, Episode 10. We are going to do the Christmas special tonight. As you can tell, I am not feeling 100%, but we're going to get this going and not have any issues tonight. Hopefully, well, JPeeps is trying to figure some stuff out. I have no idea what he's trying to figure out, so he'll join us back in a second. But anyway, yeah, we're going to talk FAMU winning the Celebration Bowl, getting it back to the SWAC side of it. Ironic because, you know, for reasons we've mentioned the last week. So you might want to go check that out if you want to know why. Overall, good game. We're going to talk about that more. You know, NFL playoffs coming up. Big time. A lot of teams tied up in those conference standings.
Okay,
a lot of tight playoff races, both sides.
We're good. We're good.
All right, cool. He figured out whatever he had to figure out. So, yeah. With that, back to what I was saying. So, yeah, tight playoff races. AFC has about 5 teams tied right now for a playoff spot with 8-6 records. The NFC has a couple of 7-7 teams right now tied, trying to get for a playoff spot. So we're going to talk about that. Some teams that should be losing are winning. Some teams that are winning should be losing. Or some teams that should be winning are losing. And some teams that should be losing are winning.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, so.
College football, National Signing Day. Somebody switched up, you know.
Dude,
Florida had some pretty. The state of Florida had good classes, I should say. UF lost a couple guys. That was funny.
That was to be, hate to say it, but that was to be expected, sadly to say, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, we got a good one for y'all tonight, folks. We're gonna talk about the Celebration Bowl and everything like that. We're gonna basically put it to bed, put the 2023 season for FAMU to bed. We're gonna basically talk about, you know, what's to come with the signings and the plans to open up in Atlanta next year and everything, and you know, the plan to try to do it again next year as well too. So, you know, that'll be one of the main talking points tonight. Can FAMU repeat? As well as, yeah, what everything Ace said. So I'm gonna shut up now because I know I was late to the party, or I was on time to leave. Now I'm back to the party. So don't go anywhere. Intro's next. Let's go. It's the Christmas special. You forgot to mention that, man.
I already said that. Like, you weren't there, you were missing, like you were doing whatever the hell you were doing. I already said all that.
All right, well, here we go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is JP.
This is the Bug.
This is JC.
This is Flash.
This is Jimi Hendrix.
And you're listening to.
And you're listening to.
And you're listening to.
And you're listening to the Run and Gun Podcast.
All right, and we're back. And I've not finished posting it on Twitter. Give me a second. I'm a little bit slow here.
Oh. Funny how that comes.
Yeah. I was posting it on Instagram first because we have Instagram IG Live now. So give me a second.
Yeah, true. We do.
Mm-hmm.
So
You
without
try
further,
to get me on that? Nah, I know you get me on that.
man, come on. Well, folks, without further
Mhm.
ado, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So, actually, as I found my cue cards back here. So, as we all know, FAMU basically secured the Celebration Bowl, took down Howard 30-26 in a monumental effort. As I mentioned, also Saturday, how it all went down practically was, slow first half by FAMU. I think they had the jitters and stuff and everything like that. And I basically was trying to tell people, calm down, relax. Like, this team has made a living off of being a second half team all year. It paid off. And look at what happened. And in the end, a lot of criticism for Musa throughout the year, but Musa delivered when it mattered most. And honestly, it's actually funny. I was listening to Willie Simmons talk to the T20 QB Club today before heading out to go do what I had to do for today. And, he mentioned how that play did not work. That flea flicker did not work basically like literally before they left. And then all of a sudden, they practiced it, executed perfectly, almost messed up the exchange between Terrell Jennings and Musa, and they make it work, and boom, touchdown, FAMU wins. So, I'm excited about what's to come in 2024. So, basically, opening up the season again next year in Atlanta in the MEAC SWAC Challenge against Norfolk State. All eyes have turned to that now. Plus, spring ball, National Signing Day today. A lot of key signings for FAMU as well. So, first thing on the ledger is this, Ace.
Will FAMU repeat? I do think they will. They just brought in a FAU's quarterback. Moose's out of eligibility, right?
Yeah, Musa won't be back next year.
That sucks. But he did go out pretty good. He didn't go out on a sour note, so that's good. He went out on top, like how Ashton is saying, "We are the champions, my friend." I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, so as that what happened, Musa went out on top. Good for him. They brought in FAU's quarterback next season.
Mm-hmm.
Ashton, I said this on Twitter. Coach Simmons did something Coach Prime never did.
That's true. That's a very, very true statement right there. And there is no denying it. I think the funniest thing I saw today was where is it at? Let me go ahead and pull it up. The funniest thing I saw today was, dang it, where did it go? Did someone delete it?
Oh, bruh.
I hope someone didn't delete it. It was something in regard to the viewership because they were trying to play it off and say like, oh, this was a horribly viewed game. It didn't get the views and everything. And I'm just like, that's meh. Take that with a grain of salt, dude. Don't believe that. Well, I mean, it is true, but it's like, wait, where is it at? Dang. Where's it at? I hope I didn't delete it.
Oh boy. Give him a second.
Whoever had it, they deleted it because someone was saying like,
oh, they probably got too much heat from it. That's why that was getting cooked probably in the quotes. Because they were getting cooked when I checked. When I saw that tweet. I know which one you're talking about. They're saying how, the ratings were so bad, FAMU shouldn't have been in it because it's bad for ratings. Oh, you found it?
Yeah. It said 12-1 and winning the game with 1.5 million watching is a lot better than losing twice with 2.5 million watching the game. Signed FAMU first grade teachers.
Like I said, they got cooked in the quotes.
Look, honestly, and someone said, we went to the number one academic HBCU, FAMU, so sometimes you have to explain things to our SWAC cousins. So here's the first grade explanation of greater than.
Oh my god! Like I said, cooked in the quotes. Jeez,
dude, oh gosh, that's funny, but it is true. It's like, look, it goes
that
back.
Right there is a violation.
It goes back to one of those things where it's like, for me personally, this is how I view the Celebration Bowl going in. I would rather not be there than to get there and lose. as with any championship game, I can honestly say in my lifetime, I've never seen FAMU lose a championship game. I've never seen the Bucks lose a championship game. I've unfortunately seen the Lightning lose 2 Stanley Cups, and I've seen the Rays lose 2 World Series. But sometimes you got to sacrifice certain things for the greater good. So, I mean, it is what it is. But
it is what it is. But you take some, you lose some. But right now, the taking some is a little higher than the losing some.
Oh, definitely. And that's, again, why I feel FAMU could go back. If they do it right.
The Bucks to win the NFC South.
Huh?
Tell the Bucks to win in the NFC South while you're at it.
Oh, my goodness.
Take some more.
Well, we'll talk about that later, too, as well. So, but, yeah, so as far as the key signings go for FAMU, it's a 3-star from Vanderbilt, Devion Walker, who committed to FAMU. Former UCF wide receiver Amari Johnson commits. Former Tallahassee product and former Clemson Tiger. Sage Enos commits to FAMU. Also, too, you have Keon Brown, who turned down Oklahoma, Auburn, and Alabama to come to FAMU, which he is forgotten about in this recruiting class. He committed back during the middle of the season. And then also, too, you also have Quan Lee, who still is on roster, who's a 4-star, who transferred in last offseason. Not to mention, also, you have Daniel Richardson, who transfers in from Florida Atlantic. The knock on him is the height. His 2021 stats were the best, with, I want to say, 21 touchdown passes, 4 interceptions. But, maybe Willie knows.
USF.
Hey, look, now, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Boy, he cooked 31 of 38. 31 of 38. And I was shocked. I was thinking to myself, I was like, who is this kid? But then it's he's short, stocky, and kind of built. But if he can sling,
he's like Quentin Flowers, kind of.
Really?
Short, stocky, throw it and running pretty good. That's pretty much Quentin Flowers.
I was gonna say, Ace, enlighten us, because there's some people that don't know.
Oh, former USF quarterback, best one. Well, Hiram Brown's changing it. Second best quarterback since ever, I guess, for USF.
Well,
he is the best one. Byron Brown is the second best one.
Well, I was gonna say enlighten us about Dana Richardson and his build.
Oh, Dana Richardson, really good. FAU. They didn't go to the bowl, but they did cook USF in homecoming week. So, yeah.
Good. Yeah, they did.
I think he dropped 50 on him, if I'm not mistaken. I can check it.
3 touchdown passes, 1 interception. But the knock on him for this season is 12 touchdown passes to 10 interceptions. But I think Willie will coach him out of it and find some consistency. Plus, it's you got to look at this season. This season, Florida Atlantic moved up from Group of 5 to, still Group of 5, but moved up in competition as far as Group of 5 goes, going from, the Sun Belt to the American, and that's no easy transition still, but they still handled their business. They still in business and do well. So, and there's only room for improvement, but I do like the move of Dana Richardson coming to FAMU. I think he'll be beneficial. Sometimes it's not. I mean, hell, Drew Brees was what, 5'9"? I was gonna say
No, he was 6 foot. Brees was 5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah, see, it's dude, it doesn't always matter.
No, come on, Murray is short. Bryce Young is short.
Yes. I was gonna say,
except he's not built like Bryce Young. He's more built than Bryce Young.
It's crazy. So, you know more about the whole short quarterback narrative than anybody. I mean, dude, your favorite team had a Hall of Famer that was 6 feet and won a Super Bowl with him.
Hey, it's better than being tall and trash, or being a con artist.
Look,
we'll get into that later.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not gonna do that this evening. We're not gonna do that this evening.
Christmas vibes, only happiness.
Exactly. You want Santa. You want Santa to bring you your gifts for Christmas this year.
Yeah, you want Santa can bring his gift tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, whoops. Let me shut up. All right. I just not thought about that. Well, we'll see what happens. So, The other thing that happened this week is also Fred McNair was supposed to be named the head coach at Texas Southern, but the Board of Regents
That's
blocked.
spicy.
And so now we're sitting here wondering, like, all right, well, what has happened with Fred McNair? Because Alcorn's already named a new head coach.
Mm-hmm.
So waiting out there in limbo.
He's like, well, pretty much, he's just like basically limbo, yeah. And it's kind of like the Regents saying no was kind of surprising, It's
Really.
kind of like, especially with Texas Southern being how they are. But I mean, I think he'll find a job somewhere. Who knows? Maybe Texas Southern Regents will come back and think about their decision, switch
what's
their
funny?
opinions. You never know.
You know what's funny about who put in for that and said, "What's up?"
What?
Ed Reed basically threw his name in the hat and said, "What's up, Texas Southern? Give me a call."
Oh my God.
I know it's the plot thickens because now it's like Bethune didn't want Ed Reed. Ed Reed wanted Bethune. Ed Reed blasted him and stuff. Hey, I honestly look. He could do some bit. He could do some damage if he get the job. He could. That's all I'm gonna say. Is it enough to win the West? I don't know. But the West is
I mean, the West is like the NFC South. Right coach, right quarterback, gonna win it for a while.
Yeah. Or just you could be like the West right now and just like be staring at a wall and throwing paint at it and hoping something sticks. And
Yeah, that's a different issue.
yeah, because it's like right now I look at every team in the SWAC West and I'm just like, I question you, I question you, I question you, and I question you. I question all of them. Because I was expecting Mike Minter to come over at Alcorn from Campbell, but I think he wants a bigger payday.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
He'll probably get a job. I'm not worried about him. Now if Ed Reed goes to Texas Southern, that's what I wonder if they said no to Fred McNair because they want to hold out and see what else they can catch.
probably. Very possible.
So it'll all work out eventually. Give it some time.
It is true.
But
True.
moving on to the next topic.
Yeah, well, I will say this, as of now, the SWAC is 2-6 against the MEAC and Celebration Bowls. So now I guess it's kind of fair to kind of ask the question of, who's the favorite for next year to win the MEAC? I'll tell you now, I'm not going to put my eggs in the basket of Delaware State. Honestly, I'm not putting my eggs in the basket of Norfolk State. Maybe we may see
putting my eggs in any basket.
We might see the rise again of North Carolina Central.
How they fell off.
Eden James.
South Carolina State's still going to be there with the new head coach next year, right?
Yeah.
Well, they stopped playing the minute he said he was retiring. So I mean, I'm not entirely surprised how this year worked out. But now if they get a new head coach next year, and they're like, "Hey, we are remotivated. Have a new fire under us with a new coach."
Yep.
Maybe they come back and make some noise. I don't know.
Yeah, well, so as it looks, Delaware State and Norfolk State are in the pits, pretty much. Both one went 3-8, the other went 1-10. Your champion went 6-6 and lost the Celebration Bowl. You also have Morgan State out there who has a stingy defense. So I mean, it's going to be a challenge. So yeah, we'll see. I couldn't tell you right now who like the clear cut favorite is, but I do look at the big three of Howard, NC Central, Morgan State.
I think Morgan State.
Really?
I
mean, hey,
I don't know. They've had a lot of stuff happen to them recently.
It would make for an interesting Celebration Bowl in my house because Hendricks is from Baltimore.
What am I cooking? I don't know. I'm cooking. I'm starting trouble here. Don't mind me.
You're fine. You're fine. All right.
Nah, I don't think Morgan State's gonna win it. I would be funny if they do though. That's why.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna win it either. But very nice. I do. The safe bet is NC Central. And with that, we can go ahead and turn our attention over to the NFL. So, lots going on in the NFL. So, we had a situation where two teams are in the slumps, both Philly and Jacksonville. So, you have now two teams that are in the playoff hunt that have pretty decent seeds in the playoff hunt. And both have lost, 3 straight? I believe Jacksonville's lost, 4 straight? So, Monday night against. They lost
I believe
Monday.
Jacksonville has lost 3 straight.
Yeah, so they lost to the Ravens.
I
They
could
lost.
double check it, but
They lost
I'm
to.
pretty sure it's 3. The Bengals, the Browns, and now the Ravens. So basically the entire AFC North.
And lo and behold, they're coming to Tampa to play the Bucks.
Well,
And questions
come on,
are
Baker, keep cooking.
on it. Look, dude. I'm gonna be real with you.
They beat the Texans and then they lost the next 3.
I'm gonna be real with you. If Baker, before I say that,
Keep cooking, Baker.
I'm gonna say
That's
this:
what we want.
if the Bucks hadn't had a folly in Indianapolis, if they hadn't fumbled the bag against the Texans, and there was one other game. There was one other game that they lost. Oh, and if they hadn't screwed up and not been able to, if they had capitalized on some plays and had done what they were supposed to do against Atlanta and swept Atlanta, the Bucks would be 10-4 right now.
Good for them. Team 7-7 shouldn't be 7-7 right now, except on the other side of it.
Wait,
Yeah, they played good the last 2 weeks, I guess, against 2-1 team and a team that went on a 3-game win streak with the Italian mafia man. Because
wow,
nobody had film on him,
wow.
and now they do.
So
Now I will say the Giants weren't terrible.
now I'm gonna say this: what you gonna do if the Saints actually rally back and win out and win the NFC South? What you gonna do? Don't cry.
I'll be happy. They're not wasting Kamara's prime, I guess. I'll be happy for 2 minutes, and then the second the season's over, when they get blown out by Philadelphia or Dallas, I'll be like, yeah, they need to fire everybody back again. Except they won't, and they'll keep Dennis Allen for 2 more years.
Honestly, that's the crazy thing about this whole thing too, is whoever wins the NFC South gets the 4th seed and has to either play Dallas or Philly.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is someone was like, if the Eagles keep screwing around, they're gonna mess around and get sent home by Baker Mayfield.
Hey, it's better than getting sent home by Derek Carr.
Man, look, man, Derek Carr been balling. What you mean? Derek Carr been balling, man. Look, see, you should have started him in fantasy. You'd have probably been
37 yards through 3 quarters against the Panthers.
And the Panthers beat the Falcons last weekend.
What are the Falcons doing, man? Oh my god. I saw that game. I was like, Bijan fumbling, people missing throws. I'm like, good god. This team,
I feel like
this division is so trash.
Honestly, I feel like it's just the Falcons fizzling out late in the season. I feel like they don't know how to win. The Bucks have they've been to you have guys that have been to a Super Bowl, that have been to the playoffs on that roster still, regardless of how much they lost. And it's they know how to play football in December. They know how to play good ball in December. The Saints have playoff experience.
Don't let this final score against the Giants fool you. They were up 7-6 on the Giants without a kicker at halftime. And then they came out and they played for the second half. Carr was good. He only missed 5 passes. I mean, he did average 9.5 yards per pass, and I guess that's okay. I mean, most of his passes went to Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, man.
You realize the day before Christmas Eve is extremely boring with football?
Huh?
The day before Christmas Eve is extremely boring.
Saturday.
Yeah, the Bengals and the Steelers. And then the
That's
Bills.
gonna be terrible. Well, Jake Browning's gonna cook. Jake Browning's better than Derek Carr. I said what I said.
No, I would agree with that statement. I would agree with that statement. And then the Bills.
Cool. Now,
Bills are
the
gonna
other game Saturday. The Saturday games are what else? God, I gotta look here. Bills Chargers. Yeah, the Bills are gonna pull it, bend the Chargers over, pretty much.
My thing is they gave up 60 to the Raiders. Can you imagine what the Bills are gonna do to them?
Bruh, James Cook, monster game, please. I got you in a fantasy playoffs right now. I need James Cook to go crazy.
Oh, wait a minute, ain't you been eliminated? Or aren't you
Not that one. I'm in the Magic Fantasy League playoffs. That's the only one I made the playoffs in. That's the only one we have chips in right now.
Damn.
Bruh. Hey, a lot of teams didn't make the playoffs, but a lot of them didn't get last place. So that's all that matters.
True.
The amount of injuries that team had, oh my god. I was just like, I can't take all those injuries. It was brutal. Anyway, moving on to not me complaining about fantasy. Back to the NFL.
So Tua answered some questions on his on the criticism that he's receiving, and he basically said, as long as the Dolphins win, he doesn't care.
I mean, Dolphins just blew out the Jets 30-0. I mean, the Aaron Rodgers coming back thing was a pipe dream anyway. It was just a media hype thing. I don't even think it was like a realistic chance. Nobody tears their Achilles and comes back in a couple 3 months. Like, come on now.
Of course. Well, the Dolphins play the Cowboys this weekend down in Miami. Cowboys are once again away from Dallas, and the Dolphins are favored by 1.5 points.
Dolphins need to beat a team with a winning record.
Yeah, and that's what needs to happen.
So for the Cowboys need to beat a team with a winning record beside the Eagles, because that's a division game.
Yes, I also agree with that too. Dak needs to get off.
Dennis Allen has 2 wins in his entire career versus teams with a winning record. Man's been a head coach for 3.5 seasons total. So that's what. He is now 22-45, I believe, as a head coach with his record. So 20 wins are against teams with losing records. 2 wins are against teams with winning records. And one of them, I believe, would be the one against the Bucs on Sunday Night Football when he filled in for Sean Payton.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So, like I said, a lot of these teams, I don't know if it's just the NFL's bad or a lot of these coaches just suck.
I feel like this is just a really inconsistent year in the NFL, honestly, because it's you can't really say who. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, aside from Baltimore and San Francisco, you can't really say who is the best. Also, that brings me to this now.
Yeah, that Monday night, I can't believe they put that as Christmas night football back in May or whenever the schedule came out, May, June, July, whatever that schedule came out. To put the best 2 teams in the NFL, Sunday night football. Or not Sunday night, Monday Night Football, Christmas night. Bruh, you can't tell me the NFL ain't scripted like that. That's basically, like this question said, it is basically maybe a potential Super Bowl 46 rematch, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's Super Bowl 46 or 47. No, Seahawks won 47, so this would be 40. Wait.
This would be...
It was Saints, Packers, Ravens, Giants? Saints, Packers, Giants, Ravens.
It was Saints, Packers, Ravens.
Giants.
The Giants. Because it was Ray Lewis's last season. And
that was 2012.
Yeah, it was 2012. Yep.
January 2012.
Yep.
And then the Giants won the next year, I think. So, yeah, Super Bowl 46 rematch. Potentially, John Harbaugh, not versus Jim Harbaugh this time. It's going to be against
Cal Shanahan. It wasn't Super Bowl 46.
What, 47?
Hold on. It was actually Super Bowl 47, yes.
All
right.
That
for the Super Bowl where the lights went out after Beyonce's halftime.
Yeah.
And then somehow
who won 47? Who won 47? Or 46.
46 was
the Giants?
Yeah, it was the Giants.
Okay, so I flipped the years.
And this was also the year where you had Kaepernick was the losing quarterback for the 49ers.
Yeah.
And honestly, at that point, I was
game.
like, Kaepernick gonna get back, boy. That's what I was thinking all the time. I was like,
he did not get back.
He sure did.
Well, Richard Sherman ended him and Michael Crabtree the next year. That was funny. And the year after that was the Seahawks Packers NFC Championship. So the Seahawks 49ers when Seahawks won the Super Bowl. And Kaepernick got ended by Sherman. But this game, however, is going to be Lamar versus Brock Purdy. I think this game is going to be really good if the Ravens' offensive tackles hold up. If not, it's going to be a long game for Lamar.
Well, right now,
I wouldn't be shocked if they put Fred Warner as a spy on Lamar. But it's going to be those tackles got to hold up.
All I know is I need Justin Tucker to come through this weekend for fantasy purposes. But San Francisco's favored by 5.5 in this game. Game is in Santa Clara, so that really does no favors.
Well, not really. It's just better weather, I assume, than what Baltimore's going to get for Christmas.
Or what Baltimore gets every day. It seems like it's always like gloomy and everything. It's
the vibe of the city.
Hey, that's why their mascot's a raven. Poe, who broke his leg a year ago, he's actually back too.
Your two best players on each team. Which ones are those in fantasy or in real life? I'd assume fantasy. I assume probably McCaffrey and Lamar, if I'm not mistaken, maybe.
Yeah, McCaffrey.
If I had to guess, it probably would be McCaffrey and Lamar.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It has to be McCaffrey and Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar and McCaffrey. I assume that's a typo in between that, but yeah.
Dude, there's going to be fantasy points galore in that game.
Bruh, you going to say that and watch that game be 10-3. You think I'm joking?
Said
the exact opposite of that game. We said the exact opposite of that game, basically, with the Raiders-Chargers game. And we said, watch that game be like 3-0 again, and it turned out to be a 60-point blowout. Well, 40-point blowout, but it's had 60 points, 80 points scored in that game.
Very true.
Real life too, though. Yeah. I know that makes sense. Lamar best quarterback probably against best running back. Well, I don't know if Lamar's best quarterback, but
right now he's playing the best ball. He's winning. He's winning.
Yeah. Now, if they had to say who MVP was, statistically it's going to be Purdy. But then when you watch Purdy play, sometimes it's like he's throwing a 10-yard pass to Deebo Samuel, who takes it 80 yards, 70 yards, 60 yards sometimes. Is like short passes that get taken to the house by the wide receivers, and you're like, so is this Purdy or is this, the system? But it's not like he's not a bad quarterback. Don't get me wrong; he's better than what Garoppolo was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like if you take away the big plays that Kittle, Samuel, and Ayuk make, you're like, well. I don't really know, because those yards after that catches kind of inflates your stats when you can say, oh, who was the last quarterback to put up these stats and not win MVP? And then people just say Drew Brees in 2011 when his best wide receivers were Marcus Colston and Devery Henderson compared to Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk and George Kittle. So, and also the game today, you ain't have a Ray Lewis and Ed Reed popping over the top, taking people's heads off kind of thing.
You couldn't. Those guys would be out of work so quick.
Exactly.
You can't.
Yak Bros didn't exist back then.
No, they existed. They just knew how to keep their head on a swivel.
Oh, yeah. Well, you running two tight ends. Okay. You running what? Kelsey at the tight end, one and Kittle at flex or what?
That's what it sounds like. Which is not bad.
Hey, I mean, if you're number one in the league, I guess you're doing something right.
Very true.
Can't talk. I only got one. I got number one in one league, and it was just a random Twitter league I joined. I have no idea who's in it. I think it was a Giants fan league. And I ended up 12-2 or something like that. So I'll take that. All right. Monday night. There was another game Monday night, wasn't there? Eagles Giants. Yeah, that's gonna be a blowout.
Are we sure?
Get right.
Are we sure? The way the Eagles been playing, are we sure?
Bruh, you know, the Vito Mafia time is like the Mafia Mania is over. Let's be real. I feel like the Mafia Mania is over.
It might honestly, and then the thing is the two teams play again in 2 weeks at the end of the season.
Jake Elliott got him 27 points on his bench. I had to put him in there. Oh, wait. Ezekiel Elliott, not Jake Elliott. Bro, I'm stupid. Anyways, on my bench, I was going to put him in because of starting running back. Oh, yeah, Ramondre. I think Ramondre's supposed to be back this week. I'm not entirely sure, though. I doubt he is. Probably start Zeke, but the Patriots' offense is just, like, terrible. But, I mean, Bailey Zappi's been cooking, like, kind of.
Which brings me to
Like,
this.
statistically, he's cooking, but otherwise he's not.
Yeah,
How did the Chiefs fix their woes? I can tell you one way how.
what cut?
They've been doing it a little bit more. It's basically just give Rashee Rice the ball every time and not Kadarius Toney.
Very true. Honestly, if he Clyde player as well.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Clyde Edwards-Helaire had a crazy catch this week. Did you see that? That one-handed one?
I did.
Was it this week or last week?
It was this past weekend. I was watching on Red Zone.
Oh, yeah. There was Patriots they were playing, right?
Yeah. They honestly, I mean, look, they won that game because of I feel, and this is the one time I can honestly put the Chiefs down. Like, they won that game because they played the freaking Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like if that had been anybody else, if that had been like the Dolphins down in Miami, or if that had been like Lamar, like, no. Mm-mm.
Wait, there's 3 Monday night games? Oh, yeah, there is Raiders Chiefs. Okay.
The Chiefs should win.
That was the first game. That's the first game. Okay, yeah. That's why we're talking about this game. My bad. Yeah, I forgot about it. This game is kind of, given how the Raiders just played, I wouldn't be shocked if, it turns out to be a competitive game, but I doubt it will be a competitive game. I think, Chargers are just terrible.
But I wouldn't expect the Raiders to lay down, especially like they're probably feeling after beating down the Chargers. But it's
I had to give the Raiders credit, actually. I did say they were going to only win 2 games this season, so credit where credit's due.
They won 6 games so far this year. But
round of applause.
But your point still. Well, I was gonna say your point still stands, but the Raiders aren't in last place. The Chargers are like dwindling into a hopeless abyss. And Firebrands.
Yeah. Oh yeah, as long as 6 teams in the league, that makes some more sense.
Yeah, no, geez. I mean, if I had 6 teams in the league,
we in a 12-team league, and the stupid commissioner, not saying anybody's name, forgot to put it as a snake draft, so people who were picking last in the draft got screwed.
Look, actually, it's funny because the one person that was last, that was actually dead last in the draft, she made the playoffs, and she's 1 game away from the championship.
Good for her. I got sniped by my brother who knew every person I like. And why is he first in the league right now? Because he took all the guys I know I would take.
Yeah, that's understandable too. Nah, see, someone need to get him this weekend. She plays him this weekend.
Yeah, let her deal with him, bro. He screwed me over on that draft, bro.
So
he got the pick in front of me every time, and he knew exactly who I wanted, and he just took it up, bro. I was so mad.
Yeah, see, so now somebody need to clip Flash this weekend. If I had gotten him
we're not in a money league. This ain't a money league we're in. I made the finals both 2 years, and now this year is just like the king can't win every time, bro. King gotta take a step back, let some other people have some fun.
The crazy thing is, like, neither one of us won it last year. The bug won it last year.
Bro, I lost off the most BS of cheese because this league has it's all good though. I'm not mad. I blew out Jordan in the 2 years ago championship. Remember when Jamar dropped those 3 TDs on you in the championship? He doesn't want to remember that game. That game was fun.
Man, look, I was set up until I remember that year when I played. That was the next year. That was 2020, 2021.
Well, that was the first year.
I was set until Antonio Brown decided to act a fool. I was
you was not set. I blew up you. I blew you out like by 50.
Even still, I had it. I
Bruh, I won like 170 to 120. You can't say you had a chance.
You know what? Leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone, bro.
It's okay. Come. It's all good. I had Jefferson and Chase that year, I think. I wasn't playing fair. And then the next year, when I lost in the championship, I had Jefferson and Tyreek and Saquon and Josh Jacobs. That was when Josh Jacobs got first, and then Jacobs decided to throw the last game. I was like, what the hell? Fantasy basketball, I mean, for football purposes, I'm not going to really talk about that, but yeah. JPeeps, look at this. You remember this?
Bro,
he's up Giselle.
Wife, he's flexing. That shit on.
Bro, you remember when he posted the Snapchat thing with Giselle or whatever?
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh!
Bro, AP was tweaking, bro.
I don't know what that man was on, bro. I don't know what that man was on. He was tripping,
Wait,
man.
How to fix the Chiefs? Yeah, they need to get Kadarius Toney off the field, bro. Kadarius keeps screwing them up. He had another pick today. Like, the ball literally went through his hands and got picked off. Like,
I remember
how many times that man could keep screwing the Chiefs up.
Speaking of balls that went through somebody's hands, did you see Mooney screw up?
Bro, yeah.
Browns.
I felt bad for Fields.
Man, that would have been the walk-off.
Justin Fields got screwed by the Bears against the Browns. He had that. Remember, he rolled right and hit Tunyon wide open for a walk-in, and he dropped it. And, like, it hit him right in the breadbasket, and it just bounced off his hands. I'm like, bruh, you guys gonna say Fields is a bad quarterback? He was cooking against the Browns. His wide receivers kept dropping balls, and then he got him on the Hail Mary. It was literally right there, and then Mooney, like, he had it, and it just bounced up right off of him when he fell on the ground. I'm like, how? How do you do that? And I felt bad for Fields for that. Tough game for him.
Very.
But Colts Falcons. I think the Colts are gonna win another game. Jonathan Taylor's back. I think Colts might sneak in the playoffs. Shockingly, I think Shane Steichen's probably gonna win Coach of the Year. Good for him, by the way. You know, lost your quarterback, starting quarterback, 4 games into the season and one and made the playoffs. That's insane. Good for him.
Yeah.
Lions Vikings. Well, the Lions got to keep proving they're not frauds.
The Lions
have beaten.
The
Lions have beaten teams with winning records. It's just like sometimes you're like, what the hell is this team doing? Especially with Jared Goff, you're like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
That's the thing with them.
Yeah. Well, all right. So now we switch.
Anybody else? Oh yeah, the Seahawks. Drew Lock beat the Eagles. That was hilarious.
You put on for a city, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he did.
Drew Lock was a vibe back in Missouri. Holy crap.
Remember when Tom Herman was like making fun of him and stuff, going like this? when Texas played him?
That was what, 2018, I think he was, or 2019. I don't remember what draft he was.
Can't remember. But I've honestly, I'll be real with you. I thought Drew Lock was going to be the answer in Denver. I was greatly wrong.
He wasn't like terrible. Like, there's been worse guys than him, but like, dang, it's just like he kind of felt bad for him. They cut bait with him a little early.
It's like
because they wanted to go for a Super Bowl.
It's like AJ McCarron, dude. He never really got like a true shot like what he needed.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if he would have got a shot like what he needed, like he probably could have been a starting quarterback.
I feel like Drew Lock with Sean Payton would have been great.
Dude, Justin Herbert with Sean Payton would have been great.
Oh, bro. We can talk about that. The Chargers went and said, oh, there's going to have no restrictions on their head coaching search. Like, anything is open for them. Like, they won't have no money restrictions or anything. And I'm like, if y'all wanted to part with your first-round pick last year, Sean Payton would be coaching Justin Herbert to this day, and they'd probably be second in the AFC or something.
Yeah.
Because, like, you decided to keep your first-round pick, and you took Quentin Johnson, who's not good at all. Like, he's got some of the slowest feet I've ever seen in a wide receiver.
TCU wide receiver.
And some bricks at his hands. TCU wide receivers never work.
No, they don't. No, they do not. And honestly, speaking of that, we've now switched on over to college football. So the FCS playoffs for the national championship is now up for grabs. So now we know who's in it. So after beating was it UC Davis? Or no, it was Albany. After beating Albany, we now see that South Dakota State's going after a 59-0 win, and then North Dakota State, they lost to Montana in double overtime, 31-29. So here it is: South Dakota State or Montana.
Bruh, South Dakota State's what? Jackrabbits, right?
Yes, and Montana's the Grizzlies.
I'm gonna take some Jackrabbits, bro.
That's fair. South Dakota State's actually undefeated. Montana's actually 13-1. It's actually funny that
That's gonna be a good game, though.
Someone said, if when you do go back and look at these like rankings and stuff for the FCS, like you can't put FAMU lower than 5 in the FCS polls. You have to put them behind these two, because honestly, I think whoever wins this game is number 1. Whoever loses this game is number 2, and then right behind them has to be FAMU, sitting there at 12-1.
I'm gonna ask you this one: do you think FAMU would have made any noise in the FCS playoffs if they got in?
Oh, okay. Now you got me. I gotta look at the first round. And make my judgment. So I think, honestly, FAMU could have probably beaten Mercer or Richmond or Delaware.
I can see them. I can see those.
Any of the 3 teams, those 3 teams won in the opening round. I think FAMU could have beaten any of those teams, and I think FAMU would have and should have, based on the team that they were in the FCS. If they been in the FCS playoffs, I think FAMU would have hosted and probably won at least 1 or 2 games. I think when you look at like the second round of games, like say FAMU had been in Mercer's position, FAMU would have had to go up to South Dakota for the second round to play South Dakota State. I don't think they would have won that. And that's actually crazy. South Dakota State shut out Mercer, shut out University of Albany, and has only given up 12 points throughout the FCS playoffs. And that was all in one game.
Hammering the Jackrabbits.
That is scary. And Montana's played 2 overtime games. Yeah, 2 overtime games leading up to this point. You on to something. Yeah, South Dakota State South Dakota State's going to win this one. Convincingly.
And we say that watch Montana win.
Yeah, I know, literally. By some miracle or upset.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing, too, is the SEC schedule of bowl games coming up. So all in all, the SEC's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bowl games coming up. They haven't started playing yet. They don't start playing until December 27th, where it starts off with an intriguing Texas bowl game between Texas A&M and Oklahoma State. So Texas A&M without Jimbo Fisher at 7-5 will face Oklahoma State. So, I think that one's hard. The other one, too, is Kentucky against Clemson.
Bruh, I have no faith in Clemson anymore.
Clemson comes in at 8-4 against a 7-5 Kentucky team in the Gator Bowl.
I'm still taking Kentucky.
Okay, how are we feeling about Missouri against Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl?
Who's starting for Ohio State?
That's actually a very good question because Kyle McCord is gone.
He went to Syracuse.
Yeah. Marvin Harrison Jr., I assume, is not playing.
Nah, he ain't playing. No way.
Ohio State.
Neither's Emeka, probably.
Neither's who?
Neither's Emeka Egbuke, or whatever his name is.
Makes sense. So honestly, look, this is, that Missouri might pull this off. And
Devin Hester's son is committing to Furman football. What the hell? We're old.
it makes sense because a lot of these former Canes players, like their sons are committing to like FCS schools. You had Edrin James' son played this past weekend, or
Yeah, I
weekend
know.
Celebration Bowl for Howard. So I mean,
Yeah, it is wild. We're getting old.
yeah, we're getting old, but it's also like, dude, none of these kids want to go back to Miami.
Nope.
Which I don't blame them either. Miami's not.
We're like, why would anybody want to go play for Miami? Like, look at the wide receiver Smith today. He had an option between Miami and Ohio State. Like,
one kid flipped
his
from
logic was perfectly logical. He said, "I'm going to the team that produced first round wide receivers."
It's actually funny too. KJ Bolden, speaking of recruiting and National Signing Day, he spurned Florida State at the last second and flipped to Georgia.
I saw that. That was rough for Florida State. They just keep losing to the SEC teams.
That's 2 defensive backs that Florida State had and lost out on. Travis Hunter.
At least they didn't lose them to Dion. So take it how it is there.
Oh yeah, no. I can't see them losing it. Until Dion really proves himself out in Boulder. I can't see it happening.
But, bruh, losing to the SEC twice in a month is going to be a tough pill for the Tallahassee fans. Well, I should say FSU fans, because the Tallahassee as a whole is probably still celebrating the Celebration Bowl. That's not like one team's getting screwed here.
They made Willie Simmons.
Both teams, I mean.
It's actually funny. The ladies was like, she's like, I've been criticizing you all year long, but like you delivered a championship here, so I had to bake you this cake. So I went and got you a cake from Publix.
Aw, that's nice.
I was like, see, that's the type of pride you gotta swallow, and then just be like,
Yeah.
no, you're right. So the other thing too is Georgia and Florida State are playing 4:00 p.m. That's an early Orange Bowl. Jeez, I thought the Orange Bowl used to start at 8.
4, oof.
Georgia's favored by 14, but both sides of the line is out.
Hold up. Would you believe me if I told you the Twitter comment section is working now? Holy shit.
I know. I've seen it, but all it says
I just noticed that because ADV Aaron was from the Twitter comment section.
Oh,
I
snap.
didn't realize that.
Wait,
that part where we thought it was a typo was him trying to put the and symbol, and it wasn't from I thought it was like him typoing, but it was just Twitter tweaking apparently.
Oh my gosh.
And it actually says that right here. There's like his profile picture. It has the little X on it. So I guess that's saying it's from like the X is the comments is where the comments are from. So wow, the Twitter comment section works. I'll take it. Guess I got to start promoting that.
So we have a comment section available on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and we have the live feed on Instagram as well. So that's bonus. So we were
StreamYard update came in clutch.
We have 4 platforms rolling right now, which is fantastic.
Very nice.
I know. I'm happy about this. So now we've reached the end, the hot topic part of the show. I wish I had a background for this.
We need a Christmas theme background.
I wish I had. Actually, you know what? I think I do. Let me go ahead and add it in. While I do that, Ace, let me go ahead and hear from you. What is on Ace's Christmas list? What did Ace ask Santa for Christmas this year?
I wonder what he did ask for Santa. Well, the first gift will come tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, dude.
But I will not get myself to say it. I refuse to say it. It's self-implied, if you know how I've been the last couple of months on a certain football team. I will never ever say what I would want based from this game because of 2019 NFC Championship. So I forever hate that team, but I just don't need this team to be winning this game. But they're wearing the right uniforms, and they're going to look stylish in it, so I'm going to be conflicted as hell on if they should win this game or not. Now, if they do win this game, Atlanta better not screw up, and Tampa better not screw up. Them two better win the next 2 games.
2 games.
Huh?
I think the Bucs are ahead by 2 games.
No, they're tied.
Wait, but no,
Now,
but no, in the division,
the Bucks have the tiebreaker right now.
yeah.
But if the Bucks win out, they win the division.
This
So
is very true.
So, we'll keep that in mind. And, we do not need to see that guy as head coach for 2 more years. So that's what we hold on to. That's the mainly what we want for Christmas. Second sports wish list is we need Markel back soon.
Okay.
That's the other thing asking on the Christmas list. And they'll need to figure out how to play hockey on the road. Because they're terrible on the road.
Okay.
Now, what is JPeeps asking for Christmas, sports-wise?
Besides the original, besides the notable ones of Call of Duty and we have a comment, by the way. Besides the notables of Call of Duty and
San Fran or Baltimore?
we go San Fran.
I would say I think San Fran's gonna win this game. I would have took Baltimore, but that defense against the Rams kind of scared me on how they would handle the 49ers. And also those O tackles were getting shredded by Trayvon Walker and Josh Allen against the Jags. So imagine when they face Nick Bosa. That's all I got to say on that. So I think San Fran winning.
Now, what I asked for Christmas, besides Call of Duty and Madden and a couple of clothes and some shoes, I will say this. I just want some offensive linemen for FAMU. What else do I want? I want Florida State to have a good recruiting cycle, honestly. And what else do we have? Let me think. I just want
the Bucks to win the NFC South. Please.
I want the Bucks to win out. Yes, I do. I do want to see the Bucks to win out. And then, honestly, I want God to bless my bank account going forward.
Oh yeah,
for Christmas.
Same.
So
a little touch right there, go.
Of course. So now let's turn it to this. What is Ace's favorite Christmas movie? I can already tell you mine. It's Jim Carrey's Grinch.
Home Alone, probably.
That's another good one.
Home Alone or Santa Claus? Probably Home Alone, though.
I would say
Home Alone 2 probably over them.
I could watch Home Alone all day, honestly. I could also... Honestly, the second Daddy's Home with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, that's a Christmas movie.
That was good, too.
That movie was so funny.
Bruh. Santa either blessing your bank account or you cursing your bank account. No in between on that.
Nah. It would be... That made me feel sweating bullets if... he's going to sweat bullets.
He's from Michigan, probably. That's why. I think he's from Michigan.
If Alabama goes up 21-0 in the first quarter...
Bruh. Aaron and Hendricks would be BFFs, I'm sure.
Probably.
Bruh, you guys would get along great. You're both Michigan fans.
Yeah. But okay.
Michigan got Bama, right? Oof.
Yeah.
And all you gotta do is contain Milrow.
Favorite Christmas dish?
I gotta think about that one. Can I say all of it?
Just say all of it.
All of it. And nothing ever goes wrong on Christmas. Why? We BS a lot? Oh, so you BSing it? Or are you being serious on that? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I meant like that.
I hope we didn't bet 10,000.
Right. People actually do that, though.
They do.
There are people who would do that. So, I mean, like, geez.
Honestly, the only way you get me to bet 10,000 is if I go back in time, like Back to the Future, and do like benefit.
Oh yeah, you got the book to know who won that game.
On the book, like that's the only way you can get me to do that because I know the spread, I know the points for, points against, I know all of it, and
if I have like a book like that and I have box scores for every game, I am smashing a parlay. I wouldn't even bet on the game. I would just hit the parlays. That's $5. Turn, hit it all. Oh god, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. They do. My friends bet $300 on every Sugar Shane fight. Wow. That's wild.
Good for him. I'm sure he's made a couple then.
Very true. Well, folks.
Yeah. Well, we have one more episode before we see you guys in 2024. I think Flash wants to come on next week though.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll be Wednesday or Thursday we're doing it because I might have to do something Wednesday. I don't know yet.
We can try. We can arrange for
We'll
something.
figure it out.
Definitely.
We'll figure it out. We haven't seen Drunk in a while. I wonder what Drunk's up to.
In a hole somewhere.
Drunk probably at the bar drinking his vodka.
Because Santa didn't bring him anything for Christmas.
Probably. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna do it for us for tonight's episode. Shout out Ashton and Aaron for the great comments. Keep it interesting, keep it live, you know.
Yes.
It was a fun episode, I think. We
Thank you
kept mostly positive vibes. I didn't complain too much about a certain team, so I think we did good tonight.
Thank you to all the viewers too that kept checking in and checking out and checking back in and stuff. So just remember, food for thought. If you have not already, make sure you follow us on Instagram at Throw Flags. We are also live on Instagram right now, but you can also watch us and comment now on Twitter or X. You can also comment on YouTube now. Well, still, that didn't go anywhere. And you can also comment on Facebook Live and leave a like there. So you have 4 platforms to watch this show on now. We are
No excuses.
plus Spotify. So you have 5 platforms to watch this show on or listen to it.
Mm-hmm. No excuses, guys.
You literally cannot miss this. That's literally like throwing something at the wall, hoping it sticks. It's going to stick. Like
It's basically throwing a suction cup at the wall, but instead of it being like a cup shape, it's pretty much a suction ball. So it's like everywhere on the ball it has a suction cup, so you're guaranteed to stick on it.
Exactly.
Can't miss.
We hope your Christmas is happy and safe and fun and merry. Pre-game breakdowns are done for 2022, so we're 2023. We're on to 2024 with that. So next time we're talking about it, we'll be breaking down FAMU's 2024 schedule as well. And
you know what I just realized?
What?
Next time we talk about FAMU stuff, like for football season, it's gonna be when both of us graduate from where we're at.
We'll be free.
Thank you, Aaron. Oh yeah, support Aaron. He has his own YouTube channel, but I don't have the exact name on me. Or he does Twitch. I know he does Twitch streaming, so check him out. If he would drop it, he's fine there too. So yeah, appreciate you for checking us out and keeping up in the chat. Shout out him. And yeah, so
good night, folks.
We're gonna be free next time we do FAMU football. I wore a green shirt for FAMU, but JPeeps didn't match my energy. He wore a black shirt like always.
Well, I mean, look. You know what? Leave me alone.
Am I wrong?
Leave me alone. My heart is dark right now.
Hold on. Before we go, I gotta give my one last one for the year. Actually, it's not for the last for the year, but last for the FAMU season.
Wow. All right,
cool, bet. Now run the outro.